Alright guys, thank you for watching. Thought we'd try something a bit different than our normal videos. We had a really great time at ACS this weekend. We did both TRD Series and Beemer Challenge. I was really surprised with what we were able to do with our project Supra. Thanks to our finalized suspension setup and ChewWorks getting the correct alignment and SPL parts, providing all the lower control arm and the bump steer correction, and just getting all that dialed in. The car's really at its maximum right now for suspension setup. The only thing that we're looking to do is perhaps camber plates and then adding more camber to the front. So right now the Supra is running about only 2.7, 2.8 degrees of camber in the front. And again, we aren't on coilovers yet, so we're just on iBox springs. And then the rear for camber, I think, is about 2.3, 2.2 degrees of camber. So, you know, if we end up trying to get more time, or we maximize where the car's at consistently on all these different tracks, then we'll try to, you know, add more camber to the car. But for now, we're gonna stay off of coilovers and stay on the springs, and then yeah, see what we can do on all these different tracks on this setup. That way we can stay within TRD Series Grand Touring class, and then also keep fighting for a position in Beemer Challenge B3 class. This is our fastest lap from the weekend. And again, you can see in the link at the top, we're testing the new CSF VF billet manifold that's manufactured and machined by Custom Plenum Creations. So we're actually running the first ever prototype piece on the car. In that video, you'll see when we were at VF with Moto IQ testing the function of the manifold and getting a bunch of temperatures and boost and pressures to make sure everything's running right on the car. And this was 2 days before this track day at ACS for TRD Series. So going into ACS TRD for this Saturday, we've never tracked the Supra at ACS, so it was a big task to test the manifold, but also, you know, see where the car's at. So I had a personal goal of breaking 1 minute 50 seconds, which I guess is a pretty decent time for a lot of cars at AutoClub Speedway. But first time out, we did a 49.1, and this was on a 91 octane stock tune. So, you know, with that, at the first session, the charge pipe coupler actually popped off, but I was still able to pull off a 49.1 in the second session on the 91. Fortunately for TRD, the points and the classing allow me to run a higher octane and add some E85, so we're able to run a tune. But yeah, going through this lap, you can see we're holding, in the car it says that we were holding 155. But on the Garmin, it seems like everybody's Garmin reads a lot lower. But you can see in that last turn, we gained a lot of time coming out of the banking. And then here, this was all about, you know, making sure you enter at the right time, and then that way you're able to get on the gas as soon as possible. Right here through the tight right is where I gained a lot of time. I lost some time in the first left-hander at turn 3, gained it back a lot right there, and then thanks to the E85 tune, we're able to kind of keep, you know, pace with the other cars on the straights. Here's where I gained the biggest amount of time. You can see through what they call the playground. So we were at like 0.16 delta, now we're at close to 3, all the way to 4, up to 5. And then coming out through this section right here is very bumpy, which I've been debating on whether to run that line or not, but I guess it worked out here. And I gained another, you know, 0.3 of a second from that one corner. So running this 45.9 that you just saw crossing the line right there was a big deal, because I had no idea that we could run the car that fast after going into the weekend trying to get at 150 and then hitting a 49 and then doing a 48 the third session. And then actually no, it wasn't a 48. When I looked at my timer, I thought it was a 48, and I looked again, and that was actually a 146. So when I ran that 146 in the session before what you guys are watching right now, I pulled in and I was like, you know what, I can clean it up still, and we went for a 45 at the end of the day. So really happy with getting that 45.9. on springs and basically you know, a tune and Recaros and harnesses. So again, we were able to secure first place for TRD with that 45.9, and now that puts us into first place for the season for TRD Series. And then lastly, you know, as we wrap up this session here, Beemer Challenge was the next day, following what you guys are watching now at the same track, ACS, AutoClub Speedway, and then I ran a 47 on the 91 octane tune. So again, for Beemer Challenge, we have to change back to a stock tune on 91 octane. So after doing that 47, you know, I was and having done a 45 that you guys just watched right now, the next day I was just like, I don't care about the B3 times anymore, because I really wanted to just get a 44, knowing that, you know, today in the video that you're watching, it was already at the end of the day. So if I tried to get a faster time, I could do it when the weather's a little bit colder and the track's a little bit colder. So I really wanted that 44 for Beemer Challenge. And then I told the Beemer Challenge guys, you know what, don't count my times for today for B3, because I am going to put the tune in and put the 85 in the car. So even though the 47 was good enough for first place for B3, I didn't want it to count, simply because I was just personally trying to get my personal best of a 44. But we weren't able to do that because the tires gave up the next day. Our fastest time ended up being a 46, mid 46, I believe. So, you know, again, thank you to all our sponsors. Thank you guys for watching. And, you know, if you guys have any questions or any questions about your car, or you'd like some track instruction, let us know if you like these kind of videos, and we'll be able to go, we'll be happy to go and do more of these and talk more in depth about, you know, turning in and different strategies you can use to gain time throughout the corners. As always, please like and subscribe. You know, we appreciate you guys watching, and stay tuned. Thank you.